Hello guys, my name is Oreoluwa Oderanti, here to speak with you today about the design hacks that could help you maximize space in your home. If you're here to figure out how best to use your space, then let's talk about it. Okay, so I wanted to share this video with you guys and hopefully it helps someone because when we first moved into our home, we have this gorgeous family room, and from the listing photos, you could see that the space was a narrow space. So you walk in from the foyer or the entrance and what you see is this bulky piece of furniture, the sofa and the chairs placed smack against the wall, right? And then when you look straight on, that's the exit into the deck or the backyard of the home. And then to the left, right next to the furniture on the wall, you could see that's the door leading to the garage. Now, this space presented a pretty tough challenge because the reason the owners probably designed their floor plan that way is because right in front of the furniture are three doors, the one in the middle leading to the basement, the one on the right which they used as their pantry space, and then the one to the left which was for the closet, for hanging coats and things like that. So it was pretty challenging to design and to make functional. So I was tasked as a designer, right? Now that we own this home, I was trying to figure out, okay, how best to use it for our family. We're a family of five. We have three kids. And I really wanted this room to be functional. We're also not just going to use it for our family. We're going to have friends over. So what are the challenges that we were faced with? Well, I went ahead to create floor plans for the space. 5 in total, but the first 4 didn't work. And I want to show you what the floor plans are and why they didn't work. Okay, so the first floor plan that I tried was with the right facing sectional. Now with the right facing sectional, that means that the back of the furniture would be against the sliding doors to the backyard, right? And then that means the front would be facing the doorway or the entrance into the foyer. Well, we also wanted to place a TV on this side, right when you walk in. Then this would be the TV wall, and then the sofa or the sectional would be facing the TV. Well, why did this not work? Because of how narrow the space is, we needed to consider the measurement, we needed to consider the size of the space, we needed to consider how we wanted to use this space, and we also wanted to maximize seating. Now, if we had gone with this right facing sectional, we would have only had 4 seating spaces, and that was not enough for what we needed. Even though we could have done that, and on this side we could have also added maybe like ottomans, but that just wasn't the way we wanted to use this space. So right away this did not work for us. The next floor plan that we decided to try is placing a sofa against that wall again, but then adding 2 accent chairs on the other side, again back in the patio door. Why did we try this design? Well, now we have accent chairs and not an entire solid piece of furniture back in the patio, right? Because if you think about it, we have various points of entry into the space. We have the patio coming in, we have the entrance into the space, we also have the other entrance from the kitchen into the space. So different points of traffic. So thinking about how this traffic would flow, and how if we're watching TV, if we would be bothered, or how much sitting, the coziness and the comfort of the space, and how we wanted to use it. This just didn't work for us, right? We wanted to minimize distractions, and so that is why this floor plan did not work out for us. So one of the other factors that we also considered, and which I have to put into consideration as a designer, is the angle of our TV viewing in this family room space, right? Your TV viewing should be at least at a 30-degree angle from where you're sitting. And so if we had used all of these other floor plans, which you'll see as we go through, especially if the sofa was placed against the wall, we wouldn't have had that 30-degree. The next one that we considered, again, because we were thinking again about maximizing seating, right? In addition to all the other factors that we were considering, was a U-shaped sectional. And this time, instead of placing it against the wall, we tried to back it up the other way, so that way we can cut off the doors leading to the basement, leading to the closet and the pantry, and so that way we could have an intimate sitting but still be able to see the TV and still be able to have a conversational space. Well, that didn't work out for us as well, angle, and we would have been cut off, right? So you need to also consider this as well in your placement of furniture and in your floor planning when you're trying to figure out how best to use your space. And then the other thing too that we also considered was the amount of workspace that we had between all the points of entry into the space and the furniture. So between all the doors, the closet door, the basement door, and the pantry door, the space between that and the furniture, we needed to consider that as well, because that would be the amount of workspace needed. We needed to have at least 18 to 36 inches, if not more, depending on how big your space is. And we didn't want to limit that. So we wanted to get at least, we were able to get at least 24 inches in the space, which was great for us to figure out what floor planning worked out for us. Because as you know, in most U-shaped sectionals, they have a solid backing, and again, in this narrow space, it just wasn't enough space. It didn't fit the space at all the measurements that we considered, even customizations, it just wouldn't have fit the space. It would have made this it would have been a bulky piece of furniture in a small room. And whenever you're thinking of floor planning, you never want to choke out your space, especially if it's a small space. You want to use the right piece of furniture that still makes your room look open, that still makes your room feel comfortable to sit in and comfortable to invite friends, family. And so right away also as well, this floor plan did not work out for us. Okay, so onto the fourth floor plan. We tried using again a sectional this time, a different sectional this time, but we had an accent chair, just one accent chair this time, in the corner facing the sectional, and then we had the sectional facing the wall where the garage door was, and also backing all the other points of entry. This way, the floor plan would still be intimate. We would still get a pretty decent amount of sitting, right? And this could actually work for some people, but again, it depends on how you want to use the space. You have to figure out what the functional needs are for your own specific family, for how you want to use the space. For our family, again, like I said, we wanted to have a TV in here. It's a family room. The TV would only have to be on this wall. And if we had used this floor plan again with the sectional, it would still be a problem, because then it would not be a comfortable sitting arrangement to be able to view the TV. Now, if you're someone who doesn't watch TV, or based on your family needs, or maybe you do not have kids, TV is not a factor to consider, this would be the perfect solution for you. Again, like I've said from the beginning, you have to consider the function of how you want to use your space. You have to consider the style. You have to consider the size, the measurement of the furniture that you're bringing into the space. You do not want to bring a pretty bulky piece of furniture into a small space. It would not be functional. It would not be the best way to maximize the use of your space. Okay, so you need to figure out, based on these factors that I have listed out, which one works for you. So onto the fifth floor plan, and the final one that worked for us. This is actually a variation of a previous floor plan that I've showed you guys before, but we flipped it the other way. So what we did now was we used a sofa and two accent chairs, but this time, instead of placing the sofa against the wall where the garage door was, which again would have been a hindrance for us, we decided to place it backing all the points of entry, so that way any traffic going back and forth, whether from the entrance, whether from the basement, whether from the backyard, it would not be a distraction to us watching TV, playing games, whatever it is we were doing. It would be closed off but still make it intimate and cozy, and we would get a pretty decent amount of sitting on this with this floor plan. And so this worked very well for us. To this day, we use it to entertain guests. And these are the factors that you should consider when you're thinking about space planning. And if you still need help, please feel free to send a comment below and I'll be happy to help you. I hope this video was helpful for you. If you found this video helpful, please hit the like button and also hit the subscribe button so that you could get more videos and tips that are helpful for you like this. Thank you, and until next time. Bye.